Hello and welcome to the Lumbridge Knights Continued League Series Video Update 5. In this video we'll be continuing with the agility training that we started last time. I get my points rebate, so let's find out how I spent those, and then obviously we'll be doing some more tasks, because yeah, that's the name of the game in Leagues, to be honest. Right, so we're straight into the wilderness and on with the wilderness agility course. If you remember in the last video, I started training up my agility, we unlocked the skill, and we started training it. The wilderness agility course, all in all, was pretty easy, to be fair. I mean, I fell into the spikes, a lot, to be honest. But you don't retake that much damage, and there wasn't really any PKs there. So, there's my 25 points for the first completion. I then stayed there and leveled it up further, so that I could do the agility course Brimhaven and get myself an arena ticket. I then repeated this about 10 times and got to see this cool Matrix-esque cutscene, which is awesome to be fair, but that's pretty much the best thing about that particular course. I then traded 10 tickets in for some Snapdragon, just because it was a task. I didn't really need the Snapdragon. I then decided while I was doing some AFK work to get the tasks for equipping a Mithril weapon and the tasks for equipping an Adamant weapon. These were dead easy 30 points, any weapon counts, and you pick them up easy enough as you go along. I then decided to do Client of Kourend, mainly for the XP lamps, to be honest, because I think I needed to level up my defense, so I wanted to stick one of those XP lamps straight into defense, and I wanted to start on the whole Favour thing and get the ball rolling on getting Favour. As you can see in previous videos, I already did a bit in Hoss and Arceus, because obviously I did the Arceus library and I wanted to get into the Woodcutting guild. But yeah, once I used that lamp, that meant I could finally wear my Mystic gloves. I didn't really have much of a plan for the other one at this point, so I just thought I'd stick it in a Thievery. Why not? Thievery is useful, may as well do it. I then worked on my Piscarilius Favour by repairing fishing cranes. This is done with crafting, bizarrely, so you're using planks, nails and a hammer, but you get crafting XP. Work that one out, Jagex, because I can't. Anyhow, this was long, laborious, and painful. And in hindsight, this is me from the future coming back to tell you what you should have done. Just buy the Kourend Quests, because the XP you get for generating Favour is crap. It took bloody ages. Oh, I've unlocked the Imkando Apprentice. Lovely. Yeah, so anyway, I did this, got it up to 20% Favour, finally. Woohoo! See my character jumping for joy there. Did this so I could do the Queen of Thieves quest. Completed that. Yep, Queen of Thieves. Easy 5 points. I did this quest mainly for the Favour certificate, but also for the page for the teleport around Kourend, which reminds me actually, future me needs to go and pick the other pages up. Anyhow, I then cooked a pineapple pizza. You can see I made loads of these in the mess hall earlier, but I didn't realise there was actually a task just for doing one and cooking it, so that's what I did. Then back to some agility. So I did the Seers village agility course. Not a bad little course, to be fair, much better than Falador. Probably not far off Canifis in terms of like the ease to complete, and you get 50 points because that's a hard task. Nice. I think I'm in full task mode at this point, so now I need to make a Schnelm. That's how you actually pronounce it. Schnelm. Piss off, Gast. Went back to Canifis, killed a Schnelm, a snail even, got a shell from it, and just used a chisel on it to make a Schnell. Everyone knows how to make a Schnell. Boom. Schnell. 5 points. Then cast a few random spells that I already had the unlocks for but didn't do, so teleport to Kourend. Boom. 50 points. Nice. Could have done that a long time ago, to be fair. I've been sitting on 74 magic for a long time. Yeah, then there's a point for casting a blast spell. That's what I did. This guard was just unlucky enough to be around at the time. Still on the spell thing, by casting High Alchemy, that's a medium task, another 25 points. And yeah, as I was running around Canifis, I realised I could kill a werewolf. So I wanted my jollies back, I killed a werewolf, and over-prepared with a full inventory of food, even though I safe spotted it. Go figure. 5 points. Next up, pickpocket a master farmer. Now, I did this a lot of times. As I've said before, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, 25 points, easy. As I said before, switch your NPC things if it's a combat NPC, so you can just keep clicking in the settings. And remember that you're not going to get a Ranoir from him until you level up your farming. I spent about a good half an hour before I realised that. Then I needed some nature runes, so I went to the nature rune chest in Dorics. If you don't know where that is, check out the wiki. And yeah, got me some nature runes, because I wanted to do some high alching at some point. And then I went and pickpocketed some Knights of Ardoin, which I think I did 50 times for the achievement. Boom, yeah, pickpocket a Knight of Ardoin 50 times, 25 points. I have pickpocketed many Knights of Ardoin since that date, probably 1,000. Anyhow, I then went back to Kourend to do one of the other Favour quests. This is the Forsaken Tower quest in Lumbridge. Happily, this was also the point where I realised I'd received points rebate. So 146 points back. This is a total game changer, and I'm going to talk about this later, probably towards the end of Leagues in like my summary videos at the end. But I'm not sure I'm entirely happy with them nerfing it. It feels like they've made it easier. It feels like they've kind of given in. But then, I mean, if you look at my last progress videos, I was miles behind. So this is probably a boon for me and helps me potentially bridge the gap up at a later date. So my first step was to unlock all of the skills, except for HP. I'm still, at this point, holding on to the silly idea I might get a Leagues first and get to tier 7 without unlocking HP. FYI, it didn't happen. I didn't even get close. So yeah, let's keep that quiet for now. But anyhow, that was why I didn't unlock HP, but I unlocked everything else. There's the last one, just going there, farming, done. And I've still got 66 points spare, which I'm probably going to use for quests, to be fair. But I think I'll need to think about that and come back at a later date. Please like the video and support my content. Thank you, noble knight. I had the woodcutting level at this point, so I went and very laboriously cut a magic log. I mean, this is sped up, I think, so it took even longer than this in real life. Goddamn magic trees. They take so long to cut. In your own time, mate. Boom, there we go. But it was worth 50 points, so it's probably worth the 2 minutes it took to stand there chopping the tree for one log. Sweet. Handed in the quest and got my reward. There we go. I then used the Favour certificate. I think I used it on Favour for love. Oh, and I also hit 750 total level for 25 points. Lovely. As I was tasking, I just went to the crafting guild because you get 25 points just for going in. Remember, your brown apron, otherwise you can't get in. But it's a short walk from Falador, easy enough to get to. And then I did the Plague City quest. This was mainly to unlock the Biohazard quest because I need to do that for the achievement diaries, and to also unlock the Ardoin teleport spell. I then mined some ore with a steel pickaxe, 5 points. Did Dorics quest just to spank up my mining, which took mining, I think, from a very low level all the way up to 39. Not bad for probably the easiest quest in the game. After that, I carried on with the mining theme, bought myself a rune pickaxe, why the hell not, 32k, bargain. And then I went and did some mining just to try and get the easy mining quests ticked off. So here we go, level 41 mining, mine some iron ore with a rune pickaxe, 25 points, done. I then mined a couple of inventories of iron to get 50 iron ore, which is another medium task, 25 points, and unlocked a couple of mining skills while I was there. The rock solid fragment being one of them. It's probably a pretty good one for miners. It means the rock doesn't run out while you're mining it. And I then also obtained a clue geode while mining, finally. Using my newfound mining abilities, I then went and mined Sulphur to get my love favour up to 65. You can see I've hit the target there. This is so I can do the mining cart sort of mini quest, I guess it is, which will max out favour when I've finished it. So that's what I did, and that's also why I did Plague City, because I needed a gas mask. Okay, so I went and did the minecart quest. You'll see me jump around to the different places. There's 5 in total. There's one in kind of each of the main areas of Kourend, so you can see that Arceus, Piscarilius, Ossidius, Shazian, and there's one over by the mountain place with the lizard men. Then went back to Falador just to smelt an iron bar for 5 points, and did Knight's Sword. This got me a lot of smithing XP. It took me from like smithing level 10 to smithing level 50 in one quest. Beautiful. I went back to smithing so I could smith some steel and some gold. You can see there, smelting a steel bar is worth 25 points. Bonus. And the reason I wanted the gold was because there's also several tasks for completing various bits of jewellery. So the first thing I'm going to make is an emerald ring, I believe, 25 points. And then I'm going to make a ruby amulet for another 25. Remember the string. Booyah. So, that's kind of my crafting bit. I'm so close to tier 5 right now. I was just doing anything to push it over the edge. 25 points for smithing a steel body. Done. Hence why I needed the smithing ability. Okay, so now I'm going to smith some iron arrowheads. Why am I doing that? Because if you look, there's a task for smithing 150 arrowheads. It's only about 5 points, but for the sake of 5 iron bars and 2 minutes of time, it's a piece of cake. Tip here could be, I think if you use the alchemist or the craftsman, one of those two abilities, it'll do them all at once. I then made 150 iron arrows, which is also a task. I think it's another 5 pointer. Yes, it is. There's then also tasks for equipping some black armor, so I just went and bought a black chest, equipped it, and tasks for equipping full myth. Don't ask me why I've got the skirt. That's 5 points, but yeah, for some reason when I went to Alcarid, you could buy a skirt, but you couldn't buy the legs. It's like everyone's bought the legs for some reason, but yeah, don't know why. So now you can see I've worked my way up and I've got 98 points spare still. So I'm going to start unlocking quests, starting with Kourend 2. This is so I can get access to Shiloh Village and I can fish a salmon. Boom, which you can see on the screen there. I then managed to do a little cheat, and if you put the Unchained talent on, it boosts your level, which allows you to access the fishing guild, which you can see I just did on the screen there, which took me to tier 5, boom, and also got 25 points just for entering the fishing guild. This is when I realised that getting to tier 6 and tier 7 without unlocking HP had already long gone, so there's just no point in not having hit points unlocked because having 10 HP was getting very dull. So yeah, there we go, hit points unlocked. I didn't make it on any of the league first boards. I mean, what a surprise. I then went and did the waterfall quest. Since I've got 6 times experience unlocked, I wanted to make the most of it. Oops, remember to put the ashes in the cup before you pick it up. That was very annoying. So here I'm back. Remember, watch what the quest guide's telling you to do. And I don't know if I had to do the amulet step again, but I did. Or I tried to. Didn't work. Also got that bit wrong. Just put the ashes in the cup, god damn it. Boom. The chalice. Sorry, not the cup, the chalice. Okay, ashes in the chalice. Boom. A lot of experience just landed. Oh, look at that. Level 1 to level 54 in strength. Beautiful. 57 attack, which is good. Waterfall quest is a great quest to do, whichever account you're on, as early as possible in members. And yeah, I've been holding this for ages because it's been like a basic or beginner task that I've been holding because it's dead easy Slayer and Hunter XP, so I didn't want to do it until I'd unlocked Slayer and Hunter, which I've now done. So there's 5 points for the quiz, and levels 1 to 28 in Slayer and Hunter. I need to use some things in Morytania, I believe, so I'm going to unlock the Morytania quest lines. I've got 86 points spare still. Why the hell not? Let's just spend it. And I don't know why I did this the long way around. If I just unlocked Morytania 3, I think that unlocks the whole quest line. Obviously you don't get any XP rewards, but if any of these quests are tasks, you do get the task reward. So if you're looking for some quick wins and you've got loads of points spare, unlocking the quests can help. Ooh, and you get 25 points for completing A Taste of Hope. I think you get 50 or 25 points for completing Sins of the Father. Yeah, it's 50 points there. And this brings me to the end of this update. This is the Lumbridge Knight saying peace out, guys. And again, the next video will be landing imminently. So watch out and good luck in the leagues, boys and girls.